Yo, and welcome to the Homeless War Room, where we're gonna do something unsustainable and unhealthy. We're gonna stay up all night until homelessness is solved. And if y'all think this is really dumb, then put some money in my Venmo, and if we get to $500, then I'll shut off the stream and go to bed. I'm that cheap. $500, I'll go to bed. Otherwise, I'm gonna stay up all night and go to work without sleep. I'll take a shower before I go to work. On my way in, I got about 300 feet from the door and I crapped my pants. So I'm full commando right now, underwear off, because it's all poopy. And yeah, maybe at some point I'll go to my car and get a new pair. I've got some food I want to make. I just got back from a trip to Silicon Valley where I spent the weekend, my weekend, which is Tuesday and Wednesday. And yeah, maybe technical issues will come up with the stream. Sorry in advance for the poor audio quality. I don't have a good mic with me. I don't have the space to keep it. For an extra $100 per month, I could get one of those fancy desks that has a drawer that I can keep my mic in, keep my laptop in, that I don't have to carry it around in the car or set it up every time. I've got this whole setup strewn here that all fit inside my backpack. I've got full on, so I'm unshaven for like the first time in forever, my neck. Just because I went to a different coffee shop this morning and I just wanted to, not take any risk of like them hearing me splashing water around in the bathroom, like just come in and make a good impression. It's Pete's Coffee on Castro Street, place I've done innumerable amounts of work. I did my open table legal defense there. Right across, it's like there's a law firm right upstairs, so who knows if anyone saw me with a 250-page legal complaint sitting there on the big table they have in there. And man, I needed that social, like I went there and suddenly there's all these people who are like, oh man, that's awesome, oh that's cool, like all this stuff in common, oh come back next week. People were begging me to come back next week, and I'm like, I don't know if I can. It's a 4-hour drive. It costs about $70. Could be, a little bit less depending on gas prices, round trip. But the biggest thing is the time to do that trip. And then my spot there is the Hacker Dojo, and membership there is actually $30 a month cheaper than membership here. So I'd be getting, who knows if I just had some time to go and just scrape up leads. All I've been needing for 6 years is one $5,000 check to get off the street. Maybe there's more life skills and stuff I could have developed, but and coming here where it's $750 a month for rent, that's not hard for anybody to come up with $750 a month for rent. What is hard is to come up with a few $1,000s to move in and still have a safety net left over. It's hard for me to have even $1,000 in the bank. It's like just something comes up, some car maintenance, this or that. And yeah, one more thing, if anyone makes me feel weird in chat, I will just block you. I'm beyond trying to, be accommodating to everybody, because I realize that some people just are not here for the same reasons. So yeah, I know the video is already choppy. No comments on video, please. I know it's going to be choppy. This computer is not great. So yeah. We're going to do all the things to solve homelessness tonight. We're going to figure out why I have to eat Taco Bell. Why do I have to eat Taco Bell? Logistics. Oh, you can't just eat a bunch of fruit? That's a lot of fruit to get the same number of calories. I have a job where I walk around all day. I don't sit at a desk for work, so I need to eat a lot of calories, and fruit is not very many calories per cubic inch, so you've got to eat a lot of fruit. So I'm going to stop my preview. That should maybe make the encoder a little bit better. And yeah, so let me pop out the chat. I just closed the window. There's going to be at least a couple breaks because, yeah, like I said, I just made the drive. Last time I ate was noon when I left. I pulled over and took a nap halfway through because I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. I got good sleep, just not maybe a lot of sleep. And being in a new spot, you're always going to be kind of sleeping with one eye open. It's familiar, just I haven't been there in months and months, so it's a little bit unfamiliar. All right. Staying up all night. I don't like to do that. And the funny thing is, I mean, do I want to curse myself and say homelessness can't be solved overnight? Well, Elon Musk's $5,000 check will solve homelessness for me, so we want to solve it before that, because otherwise that's just cheat mode. If I got $5,000 of returned tax money, I mean, I would just secure a place, probably at least, I told my landlord I would give him $500 to start when I got another job. Well, I haven't got another job where I could spare $500, you know? And another thing too, precedents. So if Elon Musk is giving us money back, despite us having outstanding national debt, that would say that a homeless person with some outstanding debt can also save money and do things. Now, proportion of debt and yada, 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 but I think it's better to have an alive payer than a final payment of $80. Like, homeless guy has $80 in the bank, collector is hounding them. I think the homeless guy is probably okay not making a payment if he has $80 in the bank. And I think that is the more reasonable position for a collector to take is, well, you've got $80 and like if you lose your shoe or something and you need to get a new pair and you don't have any money, well, you're not going to be going to work. You're not going to be earning any more money. So yeah, can answer all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm not, man, the weird stuff that's going to come in the chat. So let me pop this out. I thought about just recording this whole thing on my own and just doing an overnight, like, live recording. The problem comes with just editing and uploading later and, you know. The biggest thing that people don't realize is time is more valuable than money. So when someone does something valuable for you that saves you some time, you give them money because you just got a bunch of your life that you can do other things with. And I don't want to throw pearl before swine too much doing this on a free YouTube chat. One of my main offers right now is $5,000 for lifetime 1-hour consulting calls with me that you book 24 hours in advance. Another one is $3,000 for 1 day of on-site or remote if you want consulting, or $5,000 for 2 days. So time is money. There's a fart for whoever it was who liked the farts. What's up? So yeah, the homeless guy's street is just so choppy. Get it together, man. Yeah, so like I said, there's massive hierarchy of needs. One of those needs is whiteboard markers, right? Where does that fit in the hierarchy? Because I have some. Probably love or esteem, trying to communicate. So my representation of Maslow's is this big upside down triangle, and it's got biological needs, and there's 3 pockets, and then it's got the security needs, and there's 3 pockets, and then the love and esteem, and there's 3 and 3 and 3, and then self-actualized. So these are kind of columns. You can picture them as pillars. So bio. So this is the physics of homelessness. Sorry, this is Urban Camping Pro. This is the first survival guide that I have a draft published of. Oh no, the red marker is dry. That's okay. I don't even remember ever using the red marker. Maybe I have. Urban Camping Pro, Layer 2. Doing business while homeless. Layer 3 and 4, just TBD, I don't know. I haven't even thought about the love and esteem portions. But the YouTube channel fits in basically somewhere up here. So when I'm doing these videos, I'm jumping pretty high. You know, we can say right now, I don't remember what these are, but I got them from the Wikipedia page. So just percentage-wise, we might say that I'm 80% here. I'm most of the way, you know, I've got my systems down, everything's good. Security-wise, end result, I put that as 12 months saving. For when this is satisfied, when you've got 12 months of savings, then you've satisfied layer 2. That's for everyone, not just homeless people. So if you're working, you're good, you think you're good, but you don't have any savings, and you're still having friends and, you know, doing all kinds of stuff, you're jumping higher than you should be. You should be focusing on saving money. This is coming from a homeless guy. But also a person. Homeless just means you don't have all of this satisfied. That's it. You don't have a choice to go too much higher. So we can go to the Wikipedia page and see what those boxes are. Okay, let me free up some memory by closing some stuff. I will screen share with you. Can you hear my stomach gurgling? Check, check. Yeah, looks like we've got audio still. 13 frames per second, not great. So it's a big risk to move the camera because it cuts out the video. So sorry that isn't big enough. We'll figure out something on this stream. Like I could take a picture of it and then download the picture into the computer, something like that. So yeah, I'm in my co-working space right now. I have 24-hour access. That is about $200 a month. Or wait, the camera's back there. Anyway, I know you're going to be like, oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm in the comfort of my little apartment. Oh, and obviously you're in the comfort of a place too. Yeah. So, Wikipedia page. This was some good inspiration. Homeless Data Project is one of my big projects with the receipts and everything, right? We got a bunch of receipts to scan today from the trip. And my computer is going to be ultra slow as well because it's a Celeron CPU with 4 gigs of RAM encoding video for this stream. I do have a dedicated encoder box. It's actually in my trunk right now. I thought I might set that up as well. I've built a self-hosted open source YouTube clone that we could spin up. I've already got a server. We just have to set it up. We can do all of this tonight, you guys, right? Because it's just so easy to just stop being a lazy bum and just do something about it, right? So here's how you describe the data, apparently for the life in weeks thing. So you're going to see all of this data rendered onto a little bubbly JavaScript or bubbly HTML thing. And we're going to multitask. So here's kind of my little triangle. I make it upside down because actually the physical needs, physiological needs as it calls it, if it's not there, I like to think of it as like kind of tipping over if it's not there. So we had a spot that broke down each layer into 3 things. So air, water, food, heat. It might still be on my Instagram, but it would be very far back. And Instagram is notoriously resource hogging, so it slows down the computer a lot. But yeah, I'm basically just making a monkey of myself. Like, I'll just go to bed right after work tomorrow and I'll be fine in a couple days. But I'm just going to be like, this is what actually happens when a homeless guy stays up all night in a nice, comfortable place. Like, but then what's going to happen is people will be like, oh, well, you just did this and that wrong. Like, if you just would have done this, you know, or, oh, this is evidence of like flawed thinking, delusional thinking, something. I know this isn't going to solve homelessness, but I don't want to curse myself. Maybe it will, because God provides in mysterious ways, right? So show me I'm wrong. Make me go to bed with $500 on my Venmo. That's the easiest way to get it to me. But $5,000 is what I really need. So even if I get $500, what happens tomorrow? Like, I get more than that in a paycheck from work. Like, my checks are usually like $500 to $900. So every couple weeks, I already get $500 to $900. So why can't I just save $5,000? Why can't I just get out and make my food what's in the kitchen, my own food? Why do I have to go bell still sometimes? I'm still setting up the system. You know, like, I might be at a place where I stop eating well every single meal, but I go to Mountain View, and I don't have a place to cook yet. So I have a bunch of memos on the drive, too. I was thinking of just like those, and I've got literally hundreds, if not 1,000 memos plus recorded, and a lot of transcribed, so I could like search for a topic and find all the memos related to a topic, just play them, like 24-hour live stream up stuff like that. I've literally done stuff like that in school. Like 60 seconds before streaming video is practical because people had like 50 modems. So my profile. Trying to find this Maslow's thing. Isn't this Maslow's thing that it shows focus energy? Like, if our logical needs aren't, then our city needs don't really matter that much. Going back to the thing, like, the person who's trying to collect from, like, doesn't even have enough money to replace their work, then you're not collecting much money from them if you force them to prematurely give you money. It's in a place where they're stable. Another place we find my Instagram is an app that actually opens up Instagram expert. And that's a little faster, and it starts with the old pictures first, but I could be mistaken. Nat Free says, "Hey man, great to see you, and I enjoy the vids. How you doing, Nat Free?" Oh, some of my favorite. Here is me in the library with my scanner for the Homeless Day Project. Just through the Instagram videos come through for you guys. Starbucks is the last thread between the world and civilization. So this is Instagram, same username. Most pictures I post there, sometimes I'll post on Twitter, and then Twitter I just post day-to-day stuff. Ideally, I'll just be on my own platform. There's me with the beard grown out. Us, homeless shelter. Here's me giving a fade to myself. I said that really weird, but I give a fade to myself. My fades are bad, they're time-consuming, and I gotta kind of like be mindful time in the bathroom, so I just chunk it out. Here's my stuff that's in storage when I'm at my relative's house. I just had to set up on the floor. So here's basically the homeless war room. There, the thing with my relative's house was I felt like he was trying to steal something from me or set me up, and so I did no commercial work in his house. I always went to a coffee shop to do work. Now, he did lend me money, and he could try to, he's already smeared me to the family, so I'm not going to get any kind of opportunity or anything from, I should say relatives, because family is spirit, relatives are blood. So the whole system of relatives thinks I'm a piece of crap, I'm sure. Like, I don't even know. But I'm not going to let him steal from me, so I'm going to pay back money. He's probably going to try to send him all this and that. Me, in addition to his money, his repayment in response to that offer. He's probably, as soon as like stuff is taken off, he's gonna, like everyone knows the Facebook, the graffiti artist got rich from the little bit of equity he got for doing the mural. He's probably gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna take 40% of your money or something. I know, because at one point he's like, oh yeah, you can come work on your business at my house. Da 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 da. Like, okay, that's sus. And then I got there. The minute I got there, his body language, everything was just like, you're a piece of crap. And the first time he left, I felt like I was going to be entrapped for something. Here's a silhouette of me shoveling that driveway. Homeless guy does some work. That was, I think, the very first homeless guy video. Here's me in my last apartment, 3/11/2018. Still trying to get to that Maslow thing. That goes way back. Here's me, my first couple days homeless. I think this is a repost. San Francisco, Golden Gate Park. Here's me in the basement homeless day project, wearing a hat from one of the grocery stores I worked at. Homeless day project, 2 processing, 4 years, 3 years later, we still have all the seats left. Here is my life in weeks kind of thing. So I saw the life leaks thing, and this is what I'm working on. You can see like all these chunks. This is a timeline from April 21st to January 23, basically. Personal analytics, so here's some screenshots of charts. I think this is daily steps or something like that. So I know where it is. All this stuff, it's still there. It's just like, I can build forever, but if nobody's looking at it, it's, you know. So here's, again, I think some receipt data. Here's my brother. Look how erect his face is. Like, that's not 100%. He's at my parents' house. My books. Here's a flooded bridge in Minneapolis. Here's me full biking. Some stuff that eats. I hope this looks good. Here's another illustration similar to that. So I think this is called eating into a well, the well of cluster views. So it's neat. So if you like kind of fall into the hole, you can still kind of jump. It's getting hard out of here. See that? So you're down this well, a debt calls you, you've got $80. Are you hanging back? How do you explain that? Right? I'm in this well being down, and it's my relative being down onto me. So this is anyone who like comes onto the channel and pees on me because I'm a homeless guy, right? This is me saying that there are 9 people involved in the gang talking of me, and they're going to prison for years. It's funny you have to dance this. That's what I do on here. So here's all my cooking. Here's an app idea. I'm starting to get to this. Here's my relative to a managed Mastodon server. So it's all hosted. This is Market Views 411 channel. Obviously wearing the red flannel shirt, and this is for the old logo for the channel. I might still bring it back. I spoof trust the AI-generated code. I can talk about that. Here's some app architecture stuff. I mean, we're years back at this point. It's like 2022. Practicing tests, folding clothes. Finally, we're here. It's got 6 likes. That's wild. So original model based on methods work that I've been using since 2019. I got inspiration to try new appearance. This all concept should hold. Man is an island to big economy. We actually just got rid of Mala, feeling like places that go out like 10 miles from here. Very end of the trip. Well, I was like, it's okay, but like we're not gonna poop ourselves today, and we did anyway. But yeah, the psychopaths are demonically possessed of the world, or let's see, the psychopath and demonically possessed of the world. Formula 1, isolate to control 3 views. A resting layer, a person who has attained value in higher layers identifies a person at risk like a golden goose. Modern slavery is not about metal chains. So me saying, I feel my relative's gonna rob me. I'm a vulnerable adult. That's a legal status, physical or mental infirmity, as well as some other stuff. I'd push to make that more of a thing. So this is the homeless war room, right? That strategy. Modern slavery is not about metal chains. I was doing the biblical slavery talks and the hashtag free Britney stuff at this point. So how have I attained higher level of needs, but there was no relation with love? Implication is that they once existed. What happened? How can we fix it? I'm not going to spend time with low vibration people who try to control me without regard for my calling. Well, hence I will not live with or work for an alcoholic. Hence right now I'm working for an alcoholic because the actual is on paternity leave. So I'm left with some, it doesn't really matter, but just a buffoon with wisdom who's an alcoholic. And like many alcoholics, he's tolerable when he hasn't been drinking for the past 24 plus hours. Sometimes he's there and he has drink for a day or two, but without his comments like, man, I need a beer. I haven't had one, and once he goes up to the bar after work and comes back, then he's got that same spirit of alcohol. This isn't a channel, but this is every single person who has authority over me in some situation, they drink. No more boundaries, nothing. It's just, let's roll over this guy. It's like the same spirit I've been saying since like 2019. Like when I first started noticing this narcissistic abuse stuff, I was calling it reprobate and jumping bodies. Like I didn't even know anything about that. I just intuition. It, and then I was able to find, you can find something that illusion on the internet, right? That's the credit, yes. Okay. So I'm not going to spend time with low vibration people who try to control me without regard for my calling. I think the distance creates more problems than just being alone until I find my family/tribe, and the incentive to take control by provocation in private and similar are great. I've never really been bullied, so when it happens, I act like a fool. Physically, I'm isolated, but my spirit is richly connected. So these columns are related to each other. And you can control upward, but you can't really jump. But the thing is, so this definitely was homeless, but I'm at a point where much of this was actually green before. So I'm just gonna write these in. Health family crafts. Top is self-actualization. So then we got income, job security, coworkers, and career. Coworkers and career. So see, coworkers, love, career, esteem. So I didn't write all of them. Security, love, esteem. And then finally, housing, insurance, friends, and hobbies. Okay. So that right now on screen is, oh, and yeah, we can switch perspective. You can still kind of see. So, yeah. So right now, nutrition, green, income, yellow, I'm making just under $1,500 a month. Maybe yellow, 1,500 is where it turns yellow, so I'm red. Income is not great, but it's not, it's close to yellow. Housing, the car, shelter. It doesn't have a bathroom, it doesn't have a kitchen, doesn't have a shower. I mean, shower and toilet, bathroom, right? Insurance, I've got car insurance, that's it. Job security, not really. Health, very good. So my left column is pretty good. Family, red. Crafts, crafts above family, we'd have to rationalize and explain a little. There might be slightly better words. It's like work within the home. Team within your family system. So we can kind of call these so it's almost like internal, external, very external. So it's almost like the closer stuff is on the left, the individual to the closer group to the public. So we could do sort of private, family, public, or something like that. And this is what I do when I'm bored and alone. This is way better than Friends, y'all. If you haven't tried being a freaking commander, you should try it, because it's good. So yeah, I've been at a spot where a lot of that was green, and a lot of that is not green now. The chat says. What's up? So, yes, I'm not going to entertain any comments about connection. It's choppy your audio. What's up, Scott Haley? Beans make me fart a lot. I'm doing very good. I just got back from a trip to Silicon Valley where I got a lot of esteem, and people are like, come back, what's your link to your LinkedIn? I'm sitting here talking about various stuff in Python meetup. I mean, I'm not, it's to me, that's how it felt. It's not literally, it was literally a crowd of a few people, trying to figure in stuff. I mean, that is such a drastic change to in the kitchen. I was treated like a dog by diverse people, Roberto, how to deal with covert narcissistic abuse and bullying in the workplace. It's hard, faith that you're going to be okay. Really just being okay. Relationships to be smooth with people, but just realizing that these people do not want relations to be smooth. So it's just like narcissistic abuse anywhere, but then in the workplace, it just really has to be it's oil and water between the two spirits. So if oil and water can't exist in the same place, it's probably better to just deal with it by leaving it. But if you're kind of like me, where you're homeless and it's very, very hard to switch jobs or even get another job, that's part of what makes it easy to abuse too. Abuse is not, I gotta say too, abuse is an overused word. It's only abuse if they actually have power over you. If you can just change jobs, sort of in a way that won't hurt you, the collector calls, they want your money, but you can't afford shoes if you give them money, sort of thing. If it will not hurt you to change jobs, then it is not abuse, even if it's a narcissist. Abuse is strictly someone with, okay, but it's a choice to stay, right? Homelessness is not having a choice. It's not playing victim, not sitting here trying to put myself in victim status. It's just literally, if you don't have a choice, that's what homelessness is. Then a lot of people who have good income versus people living in their car. Some people are like, you live in your car, are you homeless? Like, that's it. You have a choice to move out of your car. Now, if you don't really have a practical choice to leave the narcissist, you can just deal with it by faith, because also God knows your heart and that you are acceptant, so he will clear the circumstances, like, as long as you don't act foolish. Like, don't try to take the fight into your own hands. Don't try to get ahead of the gossip. Like, dealing with narcissists in the workplace is not what you do. You do not respond in any way. You don't give them any of your attention, because that's what feeds them. If you can leave, yeah, stuff will pop out and make you leave, and stuff might pop out and make me leave too, because I get the momentum of it not being a choice. And then when it does become a choice, I still stay. Like, there are times I could have left this job, but like right now is not one of them. Right? So you deal with it by either leave if you can, or if you can't, have faith in not going into fear. That'll keep the circumstances that you bring yourself the best possible. Scott can barely hear me, unfortunately. Let me try turning up the volume, even though I said I won't respond to comments on the camera is different. I do. Hope it's better. Everyone at the co-working space does a Twitter and YouTube. It's not good. Yeah, well, I assume that people find it, and that's fine. And it doesn't change. There's nothing I can do about that. This is as good as there's audio. Like, I'm not going to respond to too much of that. It's a distraction. It's taking time. So, yeah. And Twitter just was, he said, see, I know they're joking, everyone knows about your Twitter, YouTube, it's not good. See, if I were to disclose my location, it would definitely have faster. But the thing is, like, I'm not saying day-to-day drama and blah, blah, blah. Like, this is a legit homeless guy, so you're going to be in fear. Maybe that's just a joke. But I'm not anonymous online. This is my real name, Harlan J. Iverson. Like, you find my legal everything, like, my legal history, everything. I'm not trying to hide who I am. I'm just not trying to make it too easy either. So, what can we do off the street by tomorrow, chat? And yeah, I know chat's weird, but... So here is my homeless situation. So here's some of the employment paths I can take. I can be unskilled. What are my blockers for working unskilled, like in a kitchen, like as a dishwasher? What are my blockers for getting a professional job, like being a software engineer? Right, what they need, what's the status of it? Unskilled needs shower and background check. The background and reference check, I have to just use the former employer. So yellow, right now, the shower situation is good. So, as well, you need a coding interview for professional algorithm data structures. While once extremely solid and very good, I could pass interviews for most companies. Right now, I may need some time, which means some food and shelter for a while, which means what? $1,000. So professional, I can't really get that high most of the time. Freelance, a lot of times you want to interview, and then it's all professional, the 2 to 4 week process of scheduling rounds of interviews, blah, blah, with food security, as mentioned. So freelance, there will be a 2 to 4 week process, there might be a remote interview, but there's going to be the background reference check. There might be a background check sometimes, some people want that for freelancers, but not. There might be a coding interview, but usually you're able to spoke of yourself. Especially like go to Dojo and I'm talking about stuff, and people can like in person tell that I know what I'm talking about. Like they can read my vibes. Like it's so easy for me to act, so I just go to places, but I'm not Silicon Valley now, so there's not places to go to. Right? For interview, not great. Zoom, I've yet to use Zoom for street. Right? You have a pretty good spot. Like how do you think this IT setup right now? You think I can do Zoom with this IT setup? Right? So I do startup. That's what I'm doing, because all I really need there is working IT. So yeah, professional and freelance working IT. But unskilled not really working IT. One thing I had like a national grocery store, they had training during the pandemic, so like going into the little limited user wasn't really a thing. So one of the freelance and open source, I'm not sure why I started with IP creation as well, but so IP creation, you know, I got IP $9 million a few years ago. Just because of how much it would cost to develop if you're hiring people at market rate. It's like $9 million then, and whatever extra labor I've been into since then. But to get a $250K seed round of funding, a lower valuation, it seems the deal for whoever might be funding, because $250,000 $9 million is a higher percentage than $250,000 of say $12 million. So I'll just say, you know, I'll use my old one. I got notes for my numbers and methodology and stuff like that. Cool. So IP creation brings credit to use now, and that requires legal resources which I don't have those kind of resources for. And when I got unemployment, I need a valid claim. First of all, 2 ID verification is kind of hard. So that's what I think. Because like again, like which approach might take until later and stuff. Maybe it's more. It's harder to do freelance than it is to do a startup. So where do I put my energy? Any kind of overlapping stuff that whichever opportunity I find I can roll with. I'll roll while I see this stream. If it's not watchable, it's not going to be watchable. So if it's not watchable, you might make it better. Or nice to you, but doesn't, you know, there's nothing about it. We're also going to see a homeless guy solving homelessness. See, even demoralizing comments like that starts negative. Like, what are your intent? But the fact is, like, a little trolls come in, or anything. Just it's easy for trolls to come in and do stuff like that, and just people feel negatively, and just demoralize the person streaming. What am I supposed to do? A homeless person has $80 in the bank. Do they buy webcam with it? All this comes right for making decisions. Are my nutrition needs met? Yeah. Are my health needs met? Yeah. Is my needs met? Barely. Is my security? No. My coworker needs met? No. My needs met? No. Like, like this is webcam. I've got the I'm sharing it with you, but I'm like here. I'm not here for the screen. What image is it moving, guys? Oh, and this image, period. There's one image. That's more than you're gonna see anywhere else. So yeah, we're talking homeless, so we're not getting off the street. We're staying up all night, and once it's adult, we go retired. Alright, so thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know the audio doesn't work, but who cares? We're staying here all night. Maybe I'll just do admin work and be quiet. It doesn't matter to talk all night. I'm here all night. Get some coffee in us. Homeless guy making a show, staying up all night camera. Oh, how pathetic, how retarded. That's why he's still homeless, because he's doing crazy stuff. Never mind just working a steady job for a year. In my biological situation, and if you're confused about where you are, you can watch the replay. If you want to add value, you download the video, you can add something together for people. The YouTube license does allow that. I'm gonna get some copyright strike because I added my video. It's like whoever that person is who mocks me or whatever. I don't want that. I'm probably not even gonna watch your video. Maybe I will if it's actually good. But yeah, there's time to edit. So what do you guys think about that? I'm gonna get up some food as well. I'm gonna just put a message on the screen that says BRB, and I'll show you how to do that by sharing my screen. So we can add a text. We can actually have text come out of file content, which is cool. So then we write the file and it gets updated. So we can make little scripts download, YouTube chat, whatever. And we'll call it stream message. Okay. BRB, getting food. Okay. Yeah, from file and chat log mode. So if we keep writing to a file, it'll take last 6 lines of a file you keep writing to. And I guess we will make it word wrap. Let's see. Whoops. I don't care how stupid I look. Being homeless is stupid. Having people constantly come to the stream to mock me because I'm homeless, or what they're doing was stupid. So I think staying up all night, even for no reason, is stupid. What's one day after 2,500 days of staying up all night? Who cares? I'll put it on here as well. Chips and avocado. right, dinner is served. Got bean stuff from the other day. Same plate. Slightly less avocado to the man, isn't quite as nice. Can't really see it. Well, that's us. The door is on. This is that coffee brand I didn't want to plug the other day, but this stuff is legit. It's so good. All right. So I agree with. All right, let's read. Considered Jan Harless Nazi who banned people for disagreeing. OMG. Why would somebody come on to a stream, act like they care about delusions? Let's just be more like Harlan. Just stay up all night. Not doing whatever you're going to do, right? If you care about me, put me in. Venmo, Jai. Otherwise, I'll know how many patrols are online for all kinds of causes. Once you say money dries up, maybe it'll last. I'm not involved in politics. I don't vote. I don't follow any of that. So that's not exactly plenty more stuff here to say. No. So thank you for demoralizing. Let me just prove my non-delusionalness. That's not possible. You can prove that you're not delusional. So as soon as you start bringing things like that, see, look at things like I'm a lawyer to defend myself because I'm what? A vulnerable adult. That's legal status. Now, you're coming at me vulnerable adult. Just a major problem. Now, it's almost like you get 1 frame per second streaming. Okay, and people in that kind of still try to mail whatever's going on. So, you get a homeless guy streaming for you, and you're going to complain about this or that. Oh, you're going to call mental illness. I'm here. I'm barely biological needs met. I'm jumping up to love and esteem needs to do this stream. That doesn't mean I'm delusional. Oh, how many are not delusional? Steve Jobs is not delusional? Just comparing myself to Steve Jobs, not really. There's a whole category of people who do that. So, they're like, self-proclaimed delusional. So now, I just do food. So that's right now. You've got control of that table. Here's what the table. Easy go. Little guy, come on. That's like calling someone buddy. That'll get you a 30-minute timeout. Think about what you've done. Yeah, I'm looking at it again. Great. So actually, just briefly develop this team prematurely. Motivating. You know, like people, I focus on the negative. People discouraging me, trying to tear me down. Tell me what is for and what is not for me. I don't for you. Just don't quick enough money to for housing, but anything wrong there. How did we get on the street in the first place? Trump arranged lists. My political strategy. First, I would have got $100,000 of credit easy. Like, I could have gotten so much credit so easy. Hire a lawyer. Take care of myself. That would have prevented me from becoming homeless. That's it. But because I didn't do that, my income got choked. I was no longer and I got free cover like a very short time. People would say, "Oh snap, you're sleeping in your car. You really need work." Instead, people said, "Oh, snap, you're sleeping in your car. I'm not talking anymore." So good. So yeah, why don't you talk about this not space video anymore? The acclimation period, I've cooked it like 3 or 4 times. I've put this off the street. It's all packed up well. I spent $200 on containers from Target to organize this effort. Sorry, $100 on containers, $200 total. And yeah, so we're all this night. which I said at the beginning of the stream, like, is not practical. But maybe God will make a way for us. So my schedule is ready to do this every week, which is probably because tomorrow I work very easy. It's not manual labor, but like, I know what I need to do. I just need to clean a bunch of stuff. Like, it's slow customer wise, but there's not much to get into, so I do all that. But I know that's my shift. I do my dishes, just take a shower, and I'll go straight to sleep. Maybe that's enough. Thankfully, these are getting longer. That's not the state of project. I can work on later and talk. Even just a few years ago, going to stay with my relatives really aged me. Because you don't expect to get hate from what you think is your family. Like, I kind of suspected it was coming. but I was just going against everything inside of me telling me don't go back there. But they got me because it was my mom's funeral. If it wasn't my mom's funeral that brought me back, nothing would have. And then the relatives are going to gaslight and say, oh, you hated your mom. So this is the kind of stuff I was making before I was homeless. Now. Already vegetarian, already like to cook. As I was about to become homeless. So if I were to not eat Taco Bell, there was a period where I was fully fruitarian slash like vegetables no dairy. So I mean technically vegan, but like all fruit and then like potatoes and coconut oil. So to eat that only, that would be how to avoid Taco Bell, and it's just not practical for a work. More context. You can say, oh yeah, this, like I was profusely like swearing and stuff, because I was literally starving. Like here's my bank balance at that time. Here's like whatever donations I received. Oh, I started getting donations and I stopped raging out. Huh, maybe it's because I was like fed or something. So if a person is like switching between needs met and not met, they're gonna cope in different ways. And the more like run down they are, the more animalistic they're gonna be. So you can be like, oh, this person is so animalistic and out of control, and take some like video from their super run down and animal state and be like, this is what they were like in corporate life too. It's easy to do that, and most people will fall for it, but once you start visualizing it, then the program gets busted, because you start seeing, oh wait, here's some other variables, and the brain viscerally connects them almost like at the symbolic level, deeper than just an explanation of, oh yeah, during that time, yada yada yada. It's like, here's the data on a timeline. Oh, this data tells a story, and it's not what's being presented, so it is actually a lie. Lies, damn lies, statistics, right? I'm not saying this is statistics, but the idea is there's like levels to lying. And if I'm out here putting all this stuff out here, so many opportunities to contradict myself, so many opportunities to slip up, versus people take a few of my videos, chop them together, make some bold claim, slap it out there under an anonymous handle. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people will go in for that. They'll buy into it. But then I'm asked, are people buying your videos? Oh, but it's by people who really know, and yeah, people who really like, yeah, you're pretty much right. Like right now, okay, I'm in this little town with $750 a month rent. I could easily pay rent with my job. I just can't save the money to get into an apartment right now. Elon and Trump could send me a $5,000 check and boom, I'm not a homeless guy anymore. One of you guys could buy my consulting services and boom, no longer homeless anymore because boom, now I have a choice, I can get into an apartment. So another thing too now, like with these timeouts and stuff, if I mistakenly time someone out, and then people are like, oh, we can never forgive this. Then goodbye.